To Times Network. We are at FII. I'm Priya Parekh and I have with me Peter Diamandis. He is a futurist and technologist, and he's also the founder of 25 companies. Welcome to Times Network, sir.
Pleasure.
Let's start with your takeaways from FII.
Right. The underlying theme was, without question, AI. It was the centerpiece of every conversation, whether it was the investors, the government leaders, or the corporate CEOs and entrepreneurs here. So I think we're going to continue to see that theme at every FII and every major conference. So it's just what's happening that's the most significant.
Absolutely. And you and your best friend Elon Musk, you both have been pushing for big and bold ideas like AI, space. From your experience with XPRIZE, what do you think is the biggest challenge for entrepreneurs who go for unconventional ideas?
So the problem is that the day before something is really a breakthrough, it's a crazy idea.
Yeah.
And you've got to juggle two things. You have to, first of all, juggle building a business and generating revenue that gives you stability to get to that bold moonshot vision, and being able to raise money from individuals who are going to believe in you and your crazy idea and give you the chance to actually build up. We've seen many of those extraordinary companies on the planet today would have been thought insane, when they first started.
Absolutely. And you have also with the Singularity University and Abundance 360, and you have emphasized on continuous growth and learning. So I want to know from you, in this fast-changing world, what insights do you have for how education can better align with the needs of the future workforce, especially in the non-conventional fields?
Yeah. So here's the reality. AI is going to change every aspect of our lives, every industry, how we raise our kids, how we run our countries. There's nothing that's not going to change. And so when I'm speaking to students, young adults, people even in their career, and saying, like, what do I do? The very first thing I say is get clear about what your purpose and passion is like.
Right.
Because you're going to be able to pursue these things with the tools that AI are enabling us. And if you're passionate about and you have a clear purpose, you're going to work harder to achieve that, be more successful than if you're doing something because your mother told you, your dad told you it's the only job available. Get clear about the fact that we're living at a magical time. India is an extraordinary nation. I was there twice in the last 4 months. And I love the nation. I love what it represents. There's a youthful nation, a forward-looking nation, but it desperately needs AI more than any other country, maybe Brazil, not two others, because AI is going to be the millions by which, it delivers healthcare and education to 1.41 billion people. The Geo Network is a foundation upon which we're going to build this. So I do think that the best healthcare, the best education on the planet will eventually be free and will be driven by AI systems.
Yes, that AI is going to change everything. But let's also talk a little bit about the dangers of AI.
Sure. Well, if you want. So every technology is dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about artificial intelligence. I'm worried about human stupidity. And to be clear, it's not going to be the AI going out to do us damage and harm. It's going to be humans using AI to try and get more money or take over, companies, or there are going to be those terrorists out there that want to use it. But at the end of the day, AI is going to be our greatest tool for being able to discover any malintent links and defend against it as well. In the long term, I think we're heading towards, I had this conversation with Elon on stage, that we're heading towards AI, which is more intelligent than every human on the planet. And so what does that mean to have this digital assumed intelligence? For me, in the long run, that will be a mechanism by which we're able to uplift every minute woman and child on his lives.
Yeah. But at the same time, deep fake is one of the biggest concerns across the youth.
So which one was
Deep fake. Using AI, a lot of deep fake videos and pictures we're seeing impact of biggest celebrities like Taylor Swift. And so how do you feel the title on it?
Yeah, so very true. We're going from seeing as believing
Yeah.
to disbelieving everything.
Yeah.
So there's going to be an issue around how do you know what is true. Things. One of the things I'm clear about, I teach this in my Abundance 360 program at Singularity, is the world's biggest problems are the world's biggest business opportunities.
Yeah.
And so I know of dozens of entrepreneurs who are working on how do we deal with deep fakes?
Right.
How do we use blockchain to authenticate? How do we make sure that we have reliable information? How do we distinguish between truly through information, opinion, and disinformation?
Right.
And I think the tools are going to materialize. I can go back years ago when counterfeiting was done
Yeah.
to counterfeit money, and laws were put in place and technology was put in place. So today, if you look at the top photocopying, color photocopy machines, they're running software that prevents you from replicating cards.
Right.
So at the end of the day, we're going to create the laws, and we're going to create the capabilities of being able to find and suppress the deepfakes. Are there going to be problems? Of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have incredible progress in food, water, energy, healthcare, education, all of these.
Yes. Yes.
And keep this.
You spoke about Elon Musk, and your friends and everybody knows about it. It's a buzz. So would you like to share anything about your bond with him?
Something funny is when one of the organizations I'm the chairman of, founder and chairman, is the XPRIZE Founder. Right? We put up large cash prizes for driving breakthroughs. Ratan Tata was one of our trustees, one of our benefactors.
Yeah.
Truly amazing. I had a chance to lunch with him in July before he passed. I was so happy to see him. And anyway, years ago, before I found our first $10 billion donor, I was introduced to Elon back in 2000, and I was pitching him on funding the XPRIZE. And I said, and then I said, now I build a rocket company. Don't build a rocket company. And he said, you're showing him all the videos of all the rockets blowing up. And I said, put your money, fund the XPRIZE, and you automatically back where? And so he still makes fun of me for trying to talk him out of starting SpaceX.
Yeah.
So,
That's amazing. You would just wow Ratan Tata and you met him in the night. What was it? Right.
It was at lunch. I was meeting with Nitin Chandra at ECPO. He's an incredibly beautiful man. For me, Ratan has been a gentle giant, such a great-hearted man who has wanted to really uplift the world in India. And so, we would meet twice a year for a decade, mostly pre-COVID. I haven't seen him since COVID. And he was a huge fan of space. I flew him in a zero-G airplane.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And we used to brainstorm XPRIZEs. And he funded some of our work there. He was, we spoke about the XPRIZE and the fact that in the early days, we had these smaller prizes. Now they're $100 million prizes, and he was very congratulatory of that. But I think that, innovation breakthroughs like he has done across so many industries is what will uplift an Indian population.
So, talking about Indian confidence, any plans for India as high in principle?
Yeah, I'll go back at least once a year, if not twice a year. Why? Because I think India is a vibrant nation. I have a lot of fans there who read my books. I have a program called Abundance 360,
yes.
Which is my highest level. And so I have about 30 or 40 CEOs from India come and are part of that program, come to LA every March, and I'm trying to grow the amount of Indian participation, because I find that getting enough CEOs and leaders allows me to really influence. And one of the things I teach is that mindset is very important. Creating a curiosity mindset, an abundance mindset, exponential mindset, a moonshot mindset. And so, as in right for a transformation. I think, we've seen China peak. India is about to become, I think a $30 trillion economy. It will get there. And so I'm excited about the companies being founded there and started there.
Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to Times Network. One last question. You have any message for young entrepreneurs?
Yes. My message for you as a young entrepreneur is very clear. Number one, we're living in the most exciting time ever in human history, the best time ever to be alive. You have the ability to touch the lives of 1 billion people in India, and that should be your vision and your objective, right? The world's biggest problems are the world's biggest business opportunities. India has incredible talent. Find your friends, your partners, find a juicy problem that you want to solve and go out there and solve it. At the end of the day, honestly, being an entrepreneur is about finding a problem and solving a problem. And the more entrepreneurs on the planet, the better the planet is.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'll say one last thing.
Yes.
Follow your passion. Don't do something because your mom or dad told you, because your school teacher told you. Find something that lights your heart up, that wakes you up in the morning, keeps you going through the day. I call it a massive transformative purpose. Find your MTP and pursue that. I love the old saying, pursue your passion like a man whose hair is on fire pursues water.
That was Peter Diamandis telling you to pursue your passion. Remember that. Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, bud.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.